Alright, so we're going to try and do a drive from Long Island to Brooklyn using mostly Autopilot. I know it doesn't really work on the side streets, so let's just get right to the highway and use the HOV lane for most of the way. From my experience, the HOV lane is coming up. It's going to put this turn signal on and merge into the HOV lane without any interaction from the driver. However, with the poor weather, Navigate on Autopilot is malfunctioning. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you guys, the routing with no traffic data. This comes up all the time. And most of the time it'll just stay there the whole ride. There's one thing you can do. You go into your settings and you toggle the online routing off and on. That will go away. There you go, and it's gone. Heavier brake. There we go. Heavy brake, heavy brake. No reason. Poor weather detected. Navigate on Autopilot unavailable. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that this system just fails in the rain. I mean, auto steer still works, but I guess the Navigate on Autopilot, we'll see in 20 miles when we get to the Cross Island. Now what's supposed to happen is it will change highways, so we'll go from the Long Island Expressway to the Cross Island Parkway, and it'll do that all on its own. It'll change lanes. You just have to confirm that the lane change. It'll take the exit ramp, and then from the Cross Island Parkway to the Grand Central Parkway, it should do all of that automatically with just me confirming lane changes. But I don't know with this weather. It's not looking good. Sometimes it leaves a bigger gap between the car in front of you and see, I have it set on one car lane. You can get to that just by pressing to the left or right on the right scroll wheel. But sometimes it gives you more than one and it doesn't really accelerate up to that one. HOV is coming to an end here, and just a couple miles left before we're supposed to get off onto a different parkway. Sometimes the car waits a long time to start making its move over. I think if I was driving now, I'd probably at least be one lane over. Let's see if maybe it'll take over now. Oh, poor weather, so it's not going to do it. Doesn't avoid that puddle, that's for sure. So it's a law in this state that you need to move over one lane when there's emergency vehicles on the side. These people don't care. Okay, this guy was coming into our lane, so the car started braking. So it's pretty definitive that Autopilot is not going to work in the rain. I'm not sure about the snow. We're gonna probably have to wait a few months for that. And it's not a torrential downpour. It's just light rain. It's enough for Autopilot to be like, no, well, I'm not doing this. You got it. So how's that gonna work when there's no driver, when Elon Musk wants to take all these Model 3s and make them autonomous taxis? Not in the rain, right? You have to have a driver, or is the software going to get that much better by the end of the year? He said everything's going to be full self-driving on the side roads, the city streets. Just not in the rain. You saw that huge puddle back there. I mean, it brings you right through that puddle. It doesn't move over for emergency vehicles. That's the law. So that's gonna have to get factored into the Autopilot as well. I think that there's a long way to go. A long way to go before it's the level 5 autonomous. So this apply force to the wheel, I find that it's very, it varies greatly on how often it tells you. I thought it saw a truck. How often it tells you to apply force. I find when you're going faster, more often you have to apply force to the steering wheel. And if you're going at slower speeds, it gives you a little bit more time. But sometimes it's really just every like 10 seconds, it feels like. So first you get the visual warning here, and then if you continue to ignore it, you get a blue flash, and the blue flash will go faster and faster, and then you'll get the audio warning, apply force. So there's a few steps, and then after that, if you continue to ignore that, the car will pull itself over and stop, and then it'll punish you with Autopilot being unavailable for the rest of the drive. I think you can reset that by putting it in park, but that's what it does. What happens if you get out of your seat? Let's lift up a little bit. What happens? What does the car tell you here? It doesn't care if you get out of the seat, apparently. I'm lifted up. It doesn't care about that. What about taking your seatbelt off? Oh yeah, oh it's mad. It's mad. It's mad. You can't take your seatbelt off. So you can lift yourself out of the seat, but you take your seatbelt off? Oh no. Still too much rain for Autopilot. Alright, we're going to take over from here. So thanks for coming along on the drive with me. As you can see, we're not ready for full autonomy yet. Autopilot has a way to go. Hopefully in a future update we can expect more out of the system, and we'll give you guys an update. Please hit the like, subscribe, and comment. Help other people get to see this video. Alright, thanks again.